What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to yet another video, episode 4 of Editing Your Photos, where I have you guys send me your shots and I edit them. It's so much fun. I love to do it. It's a popular series, but it comes with disclaimers like I always say at the beginning of these episodes. This is just for fun. I am not saying that I'm making these photos better or worse. We're just doing this to have a good time, get some exposure out to some new photographers. Everyone's style's different. Art's subjective, so is photography. Because it's art, that leaves us right here, editing the first photo from Dustin William. This is a photo from Bloor East, Toronto. Yes! I'm a graphic designer by day, photographer by night. That sounds awesome. I want to say that. Photography is my true passion, something I am working towards making my living for one day. Well, with photos like this, you're not far off. This photo is amazing, exposed perfectly well. You underexposed it just enough to be able to bring out all of the details without getting too much noise by cranking that ISO to shoot it, so it looks good on the screen. So you knew what you were doing here, and I like that. Now, disclaimer, don't climb on roofs to take photos. Super dangerous, not condoned here, but it's sketchy as super dangerous to do. So Dustin, I'm glad that you're safe. Please don't do that again. But sick photo. Okay, let's take a look at it. You'll notice just getting this in Lightroom, dragging the exposure all the way up and the shadows all the way up. Look at it come alive. I always love doing that. It's like one of my favorite parts of the series is just the initial first 2 sliders in Lightroom revealing the epicness that lies underneath. Downtown, city shot. I always like to move those photos more to the cool side to really pop the nice warm tones of the roads underneath, and the buildings looking cold gives like a really nice color mixture of, blue and orange and teal. So we brought that over to Photoshop, and then I actually masked out the roads to make them brighter, darkened the buildings, added more of a cool tone to the buildings, and then more of a warm tone to the roads by blanketing the whole photo with a cool tone and just erasing the roads, and then blanketing the whole photo with a warm tone and erasing the buildings. Super fast to do. It looks a little something like this. Didn't want to tweak the shadows too much because I want to see all of the epicness that's going on. That's like a helicopter shot. I don't even know how you got up there and how you had the balls to sit at the edge of that building and snap that photo, because nope. All kinds of nope, but great capture. I'm glad you made it. Kids, don't do that at home. Thanks so much, Dustin. As always, check these guys out on Instagram. All their accounts are linked in the description as well as on the screen. Pop by, give them some love. That's part of the fun of this whole series. Spread the love. Moving on to photo number 2. Next up, we got a dope portrait. Again, Toronto. Another one. I love it. Representing the 6. Why do people call it the 6? Is that because of Drake? This was taken at the TD Towers in Toronto, one of my favorite places to shoot because the architecture of the outside of the building looks insane. Eddie's taken advantage of that to snap a dope urban portrait. Eddie is a graphic designer. His travel destination bucket list is Japan. Thank you for including that. That's fun. Beautifully exposed photo, a little on the dark side, but there's nothing that's too blown out, especially being that the subject, she's wearing all white. Sometimes it's hard to do that stuff in camera without making that white blown out and then ruining the background. This looked like it was done on a cloudy day, so I knew instantly this was gonna color real nice in Lightroom. So going for the moody tones, specifically with architecture and urban city photography, my preference, my editing style does shift towards things that are darker, more moody, contrast, that kind of thing. So just running through those colors, this is the edit that I came up with, not putting too much emphasis on any one color, but pretty much going through my HSL tabs and desaturating everything but just about orange. Obviously the orange in the background of this photo up on the roof looks insane. So just popping it a little bit, not too much that it makes it colorful. I still want to keep it a little on the muted side because how bright her outfit is stands out and just really makes this photo pop. Threw a little oval mask around her, brightened it up a little bit, feathered it to just send it home. That's the edit that I came up with. Ooh, I am pumped. I would love to post this on my own grid. Great job, Eddie. Thanks for submitting. Moving on to Jeremy Banks. Sounds like a famous person. See that new movie with Jeremy Banks? Oh, is he in it? Yeah. Dude, I love Jeremy Banks. I'm 16, an aspiring photographer. I took this pic while I was 14 on a family trip to the States. I was living in Italy at the time, and now I live in France. My Instagram is jbanks. Ooh, that sounds even better. jbanks. Nice to meet you. Pleasure, jbanks. I believe this building is called the Oculus. Never been there myself, and I've literally walked by it like 3 times. However, I get to edit this photo today, which I'm very excited about. And it doesn't need much editing because the amount of light that's let into this building is insane. All I want to really do is pronounce the amount of light coming into this scene more so. So I pumped up the exposure, lifted the shadows, lifted the whites, pumped the clarity just a tad, a little bit of contrast, then I desaturated everything so that it looked more like a black and white, and then I shifted the tones towards the colder side, towards the blues. Pretty simple edit. This is what I came out with. Desaturating most of the colors, minus the reds and the oranges, to continue the moody theme that we've been doing in these photos. You'll notice a trend over a lot of them. It's no exception here. Very happy with this came out. It's exactly how I would want it to look. Thanks so much for submitting your photo. Next up is none other than Mark. I, Peter, have decided to leave my job and become homeless to do all I can do to achieve my goals. I'm originally from Latvia, but I've been living in London for 10 years now. All right, let's take a look at Mark's photo, a nice architectural lookup. I love these types of photos because a lot of people always forget when they're shooting architecture to look up. The beauty is in the atrium or in the stacks and the levels of a building. It's not just immediately what you see around you. Sometimes you gotta kind of walk around a building or really examine it to get the most out of it, especially when you're looking for unique angles within photography, shooting architecture. This is a really cool lookup. I don't know if that's glass or it looks like the inside of like an elevator shaft or it looks like Terminator's arm. It looks pretty awesome. There's a perfect gap in the top of this photo to insert a fake airplane. Now I know there's lots of schools of thought about inserting fake things into videos. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're gonna put more fake mountains into photos? No, I'm not gonna do it again. Did you not learn your lesson? I learned my lesson. Dude, you got wrecked. I did. You put a mountain in the middle of a desert. The entire internet. They all told me. So they should have. It's just a plane. It's a small plane. It's not a mountain. Don't worry. It's just a plane. It's just a plane. All right, just do whatever you want. Just do whatever. Okay. I don't even care. I don't even care. So first things first, wanted to brighten it up, lift the shadows, do all those things, create a little bit of a look for it. So I moved it into Photoshop and then I added a fake plane, a plane that I had isolated that was just a picture that looked like this. Grabbed that, threw it into the photo, and then what I wanted to do is add a couple layers of fog over top of it so that it looked like it was further away. It looked like it was above the clouds, not directly 20 feet above the building, but higher up. I think I did a pretty good job. I think it looks cool. I know it's not real. I'm happy with it, so this is the final edit I came up with. I think that's a pretty cool shot. I would post that to my grid. So Mark, thank you for taking this photo. Coincidentally, I looked at the edit that you sent me. You also put a plane in it. Hey, great minds think alike, my friend. Well done. Next up, we have Megan. Megan? I'm gonna go Megan. Megan Adco. Adcoe. Megan took a picture of this nice little building covered in snow. Now, being that we were waiting for summer right now, I was a little triggered by the amount of snow that I saw on said building. Nevertheless, we could adjust a few things to get that same moody tone out of this bright wintry photo. The first thing I wanted to start with was fixing the perspective. It was just slightly skewed to the right. So what I wanted to do is actually change the plane of the photo from this to more of this, like a straight on. So I went down, transformed that axis just to straighten it out, recropped it, and then pulled out a lot more of the reds of the building just so it would pop off the snow more instead of looking like the more grungy, dirtier orange that we have from the raw photo. Pumping a little bit of the greens from the trees, added a little bit of snowfall to dramatize the photo just a tad. I'm a big fan of that. So this is the edit that I came out with, and I'm pretty psyched on it. It actually looks more creepy now than it did before. Like, I would not want to go in this building. If you're like, yo, let's go in there and explore, I'd be like, no, I'll pass. Great photo, Megan. Thank you for submitting. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I hope you like it. And yeah, have a great day. Sean Coney. Everyone probably thought I was gonna say Sean Connery. What happened to him? Is he still alive? Hi, Peter. My name is Sean. I'm an architectural technologist from Ireland, moving to New York City soon. Photography is just a hobby for me at the moment, but love to bring my camera with me wherever I go. Me too. Let's take a look at the raw photo. I like the narrow streets. I like all the traffic. This will fit the moody tone perfectly. You wanna see what it looks like edited? Bam! Simple photo, nothing crazy about it happening. That's why I like it. It's just a nice, clean picture of a nice, moody New York City day, and I feel like it was captured well, and I'm happy with this edit, implementing a lot of the same techniques from earlier photos. Sean, thank you for your submission. All right, last up, we have Yas from the United Kingdom. Kingdom, who also, not also, I was gonna say he also is into martial arts. I'm not into martial arts, he is. He's also into photography is what I meant. I saw a picture that you took ages ago. I Googled your name and my journey as a photographer started right there. Thanks for inspiring me. Awesome, that's so cool, man. I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you. Taking a look at your raw photo, it's titled St. Paul_PM. Beautiful long exposure, nighttime with this awesome bridge leading lines straight to the payoff. Beautifully captured, well done. All of the water looks nice and smooth. The reflection of the lights off that water, so good. Gonna cool this photo down a little bit, bring in those night tones. I think I'm gonna put some stars in this photo because it looks great. Does it make sense with the amount of lights that are in the foreground? Absolutely not. You would probably never see stars here, but it's gonna look dope, so I'm gonna put them in. Really? More fake stuff into photos? More? So a couple edits here and there, adding that contrast, lifting those shadows, shifting the image towards a cooler tone, and then bringing it into Photoshop, grabbing a brush that I actually created specifically to just paint in stars, which you can create in Photoshop yourself. Did that at a couple different sizes to just paint over, changed the opacity, added a little bit of a blur to those stars to make them slightly out of focus, positioned them nicely, saved that photo, moved back into Lightroom, added my finishing touches, and we were left with this. Bam! That's pretty cool. Pretty psyched on how this looks. I know, you wouldn't see stars in this, but it looks awesome and I'm psyched and I would do it again. Yas, thanks so much. Hope you enjoy the edit. Thanks for being a fan. And to everybody that submitted, thank you very much. It takes courage to submit your raw photos to be viewed by millions of people, so I commend you for that. It's a cool thing to do and I'm privileged to be able to edit these photos and hopefully make them cool. Like I said, I'm not claiming that I make them better. May have made some worse, but it's my editing style and I'm happy with what I did with your shots. Thank you for submitting them. With that being said, hit that like button if you like this video. Smash it, that's something that you're into 2019 style. Hit the bell, do all of the things, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm not gonna cover the lens because we're done with that. Do you remember? We're just gonna do this. That should be our new thing, legitimately. Welcome back, here we go. Episode 4. All my ducks are in a row. I could make a video of nothing and it would be like half an hour long. It would be so easy for me to just sit here and continue vomiting this uselessness from my mouth. I'm ready to do this, ready to rock. Down to clown. You picking up what I'm putting down? You catching what I'm throwing? You smelling what I'm stepping in? I don't know any others. Dustin. Of my photo taken high up one. Peter can't read. Let's start that again. Photo taken with master. Starting with Dustin William. You hear it? Make it louder. Is that a boat? Sounds like a boat horn coming into the harbor. You're so distracting. I'm hungry, bro. You take 100 hours to make these videos. I gotta eat. You talk for like 50 days. Why do people call it the 6? Is that because of Drake? Was he like, yo, I'm just gonna rename Toronto. I'm just gonna go ahead and rename it. It's now called the 6. I mean, it sounds cool. 6 side. Going for the Moody Toads. Moody Toads? I mean, Moody Toads. If someone could submit a picture of a toad, I could make that moody. You can laugh all you want. I'd love to see you in this position, trying to do this 3 times a week with energy. Yeah, you're just back there with your headphones on. Dude, I love Jeremy Banks. What was that movie that he did that one time? Circle of Confusion? Yeah, that was amazing. He was so confused in that movie. I hadn't sent you the one I had, and then I also thought it says, I'm 16. Missed. See, I'm anticipating you laughing, which makes me laugh, and it's ruining the flow. You're ruining my flow. I haven't had coffee. No, I did have coffee today. Just one. Hit the bell. That's what I always say. I've always loved photography, but I'm starting it over again.